Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards.
So you never played Alan Wake, right?
So yes.
I played a little bit of it. I think I got like 2 hours in, but then other things got in the way.
Other games and stuff came out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This is spicy pizza.
I was late.
Yeah.
Desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't.
So we're starting a new LP. Guess what happened to me?
What happened to you?
Coastal road to get
Did you cut your finger on the slicer again?
No, this was a knife.
Oh, okay.
I just sliced my fingertip.
He just held up his thumb, by the way, in a thumbs up, and there's just a big bandage.
Yeah.
Which is
I cut off my
great.
I cut off my fingernail. It's fine. Like the tip.
Just the tip?
Yeah. Still bleeding though.
He
So.
was dead.
That's not fun.
He was
I was
dead.
convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Alice.
So, did you know that Alan Wake is not a game that is legally allowed to be sold anymore?
Yes. I know about that. They got rid of the contract earlier this year.
Yeah, it was earlier this year. The contract for the game ended, and the game can't be sold anymore.
You know, like 5 years from now, there's gonna be an Alan Wake remastered edition.
I know that they were going to make an Alan Wake movie.
Yeah.
They were going to. I don't know if they're gonna still, but...
Hey, we've done this before.
Yeah, we just did this
Like
in the
5
sync
minutes
test,
ago?
like, not even 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Alright. No. I'll be fine.
I'm gonna have to move the mouse at some point during, like, a loading screen, because I just realized it's resting on the arm of the couch, and if I move my arm, it's just gonna fall off and just send you the camera careening off into space.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Lighthouse. It's always a lighthouse.
Yep.
It's always a lighthouse. There's always a man.
So, I don't know if you picked up on this, but this game really likes to fillet Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, some of the first dialogue are the words Stephen King. Did you know that Stephen King was largely influenced by reading H.P. Lovecraft?
Really?
Yeah, that's why his stories stand out so much, is because the explanation for stuff is either really, really, like, out there,
Yeah.
and incredibly non-traditional. It's not like, it was a vampire. It's like, it's an otherworldly entity. Like, from It.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it's an otherworldly entity that embodies your physical fears.
Oh, goddammit.
Because it's the only way that your brain can comprehend what you're fucking looking at. And that's the same, that's very Lovecraftian in its design.
Huh.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
So, is he just being haunted by his stories?
He's being haunted by the characters from his stories that want to kill him because he kills them off.
Oh. Okay.
Boy, that volume on that headset really cranked up just now.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I'm also really happy that we're doing this right now for two reasons.
No.
It's almost October,
Okay.
and It just came out.
No opinions.
I don't want to see the new It movie because the original I wasn't a big fan of to begin with.
Yeah.
There's stuff about it that I'm
Tim
like,
Curry was Pennywise in the original, right?
yes. Also, props for knowing the name of the clown, which I also know it.
I only know it because...
There's a song called Pennywise.
Huh? No.
Oh.
I've been watching... Or I've been listening to a radio station for the last week. They've just been talking about how the It movie and Pennywise was inspired by John Wayne Gacy. I'm also pissed at that radio show.
Why?
But as it turns out, it's also related to John Wayne Gacy.
The radio show?
No, not the radio show. The reason why I'm pissed at the radio show.
Oh, what
A
is
few
it?
months ago, they had a thing where they like played an audio clip and they were like, "Guess where we are?"
Yeah.
And I answered correctly, and they were like, "Oh, cool! We're gonna give you gift certificates to like one of the best barbecue houses in the city." And I was like, "Cool!" And then they take down my information, and they're like, "Hey, do you want Bulls tickets instead?" And I was like, "But my birthday's coming up, and I want to go to this really nice steakhouse with my family." And they were like, you can suck it.
Whoa!
You get Bulls tickets."
That's stupid.
And they were Bulls tickets for that night. It was Tuesday. I had work the next morning at 6.
Also, look out the window. The house is falling off the cliff, if you didn't notice that.
Oh, God. Look out the window.
Well, you can't now because the fridge is in the way. But we had a brief second where we could see out the window, and you were just plummeting off the cliff.
Huh.
Follow the light.
What's the name of that game that came out based on that show on like Fox or whatever with the time travel?
Excuse you?
There was a show that came out. Oh god. Oh fuck! I can't remember what it's called. It had the guy who played one of the hobbits in it. It's very easily confused with the title Horizon Zero Dawn. That's not the title.
Is this recent?
This is a recent show. It was about time travel. Quantum Break, that was it.
Okay.
And the reason that that I'm bringing this up is because there are references all over that game about Alan Wake.
Huh. Oh, hello, Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna go to this Bulls game anyway, and just be like, "Yo, I'm just gonna take a nap, go to the Bulls
When
game,
was
and then
this?
go to work."
Like last week?
No, February.
Oh, jeez.
And I waited, like, I took a nap, and I woke up, and I waited for the tickets to show up, but they never showed up. So I was like, "Hey, assholes, you never sent me this." And they sent me, like, they were like, "Oh, sorry about that." So they sent me a t-shirt, an autographed picture of the host of the show, and a bunch of stickers. And I was like, "Yeah, that's fair."
Flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Generally, when something like that happens, you're a little too, yeah, there you go. Generally, when something like that happens with me, you have to, there you go. Just that awkward pause. You're like, hang on a second, let me just fumble a new battery in there.
But it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be safe.
Eating pizza.
He's still a threat. He is still your enemy.
What was I saying? Usually in my if it was up to me, if I was going to give someone a consolation, like not a consolation prize, like an apology prize, like we fucked up and either didn't give you the thing or gave you the wrong thing, that prize is going up in value.
Right.
It's like, oh, I forgot to give you the we accidentally didn't order your deliver your pizza. Here's 2 pizzas.
Yeah, that happened to you once, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
exact
how do
thing.
you go up from Bulls tickets? Season passes?
Bears tickets.
No. That's not even funny.
You're right, Green Bay tickets.
That's even less funny.
To you.
And I'm not even a sport ball fan.
Me either. I just know that it pisses off Chicago people.
I'm out of batteries?
You burned through, what, 3 in that first fight?
Oh.
Whoa. What's your dodge button, or right bumper?
Left bumper.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, asshole.
You're in a bad way. Oh,
I'm dead.
In the tutorial.
In the tutorial. Sometimes taken can be... Okay.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Next time on... non-specific fighting anime.
Where did he go? Oh, okay. I was like, where the hell did that guy go? Now, this is one of those things that I find really interesting. Is we're both relatively creative individuals, I would say.
Yeah, in different ways, but
Yeah,
yes.
in radically different fields, what some might say. Uh-oh. I've always been massively entertained of the idea of the creation, because people use the expression when the creations come to life, and I love the literal interpretation of your creation coming to life.
In this?
Yeah, in general.
Okay.
This is a great way to, like, imagine, like, someone who's a horror or murder mystery writer or something, and the thing comes to life and it fucking doesn't like you at all.
Right.
Like, that's easily one of my favorite things ever.
That's cool. Oh, no.
Because I'm someone who...
That
what does that say? There's some
Raid
kind of
World War
notification for something. I don't know.
For Raid World War II.
Oh, whatever. But I used to write, like, not... I say this with, like, the heaviest...
Whoa,
quotes.
what the fuck?
You use the flare gun, not the revolver.
Alright,
The
well...
flare gun's the equivalent of a grenade launcher, so... Yeah.
Huh.
Do with that what you will.
Perfect.
Well, think about it. It's literally an explosion of light coming out of a gun.
Light explosion. Lightception.
Anyway.
I can keep this up.
Right.
Jesus. But it was one of those things where I used to write from explicitly for myself. I would write dumb little like things like that, where it's just like, oh yeah, my World of Warcraft character's alive, because self-inserts are a thing, and I have no self-control or respect.
Right.
But it was always like, okay, it's 2 paragraphs. I'm too embarrassed. I'm closing this, and I'm never thinking about it again until 5 years from now when I start a Let's Play channel on the internet. I don't know. It's one of those dumb things where, like, it's silly and stupid and embarrassing, but I also think it's still a really cool thing.
Yeah. I used to do that, too. I used to be more of, like, a creative writer, and then food happened. And I stopped being imaginative in that regard. Pounding on the door, little feet come up. Are you sleeping?
What?
I don't know. Fucking...
I thought you were trying
Like,
to make
this giant tornado comes through, and then it's silent,
and then it's just tap, tap, tap.
tap, tap, tap. Are you sleeping?
I'm scared that I'm gonna fall asleep and the tornado's gonna get me. You know what I was thinking about earlier?
No.
Twisted Metal.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
There you go!
It happened! This game still looks super good.
Yeah, it's aged very well.
His wife doesn't look super great, but you only get to see her like twice in the game, so...
Why does he look like Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, his head looked a little weird at that angle. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Why do you think he has to be looking like Tommy Wiseau?
Oh!
Still looks really bad.
It looks, you know what it is? It's because they're in normal, like, human levels of light. This is a game that's entire thing hinges on everything being cast in darkness or shadow.
Ironic, considering
The name of this...
the name of this like town,
Oh, man.
Bright Falls. Actually, it's not that ironic. If you take it very literally,
Yeah, okay.
Bright falls into darkness.
Yeah, alright.
I'll take it. Stay woke. Ugh.
So I was playing, Plump Grubs this morning.
What the fuck?
What?
Plump Grubs?
Yeah.
Is that like a sex game?
It's PUBG. But it's me being stupid and making it sound like a totally different thing.
Let's act like we're on vacation.
Because it goes from PlayerUnknown's Battleground to
PUBG.
PUBG to PUBG to
PUBG
to Plump Grub.
Give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by
I was
a bear.
playing that this morning and I was doing super well, but I was outside of I was outside the play area and I was desperately rushing to get into it.
Hold on.
Alan, before he missed the shot.
What are you doing?
Another what the fuck does she want?
She wants to take a picture, I think.
I'll just stand here then.
No, why are you twitching like that? Pose for Alice. No, go to the front of the barge in front of the town. What if you don't go and and you fail the thing because you don't get the picture?
Picked a good time to visit our town.
Yeah. Anyway, another devolution of that. Plumbob.
Fest, huh?
Plumbob. Yeah, that's good
Just
too.
straight up.
You have
Plumbob.
a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying.
Pat
I'm
Maine.
Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
See, this is going to be an easier game to commentate out on because
Subtitles?
because there's a story that is going to be consistently presented to us as opposed to with Bloodborne, we constantly had to talk about nothing because the story wasn't there yet.
Bloodborne was our season of Seinfeld.
Oh man.
I'm on vacation.
Speaking of
Speaking of Seinfeld or Bloodborne?
Bloodborne,
Oh, okay.
did you know that somebody's working on a full overhaul of Dark Souls?
I'm sure you understand. Fair enough.
Yeah. The original Dark Souls.
Yeah, I figured.
Not a hard man to
But
track down if
Can I
damn.
just pose for my wife?
No, you have to have a conversation with this nice older gentleman on the barge.
Push him off the barge.
Just push him over. Just get swallowed up by the. Wait a minute. Is this one of those boats that's got the two sides are?
Pat will remember that.
Oh god. What?
Like a Telltale game.
Who's Pat?
This
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
Pat
yeah,
Main,
that's
you
right.
push him off the barge and it just shows the Telltale thing. Pat will remember
And then
that.
and then the boat pans past the camera. You see the blood just gurgle out of the back of the engines.
Oh, dude.
That's fucked up. It's fucked up.
The game is fucked up.
Yeah, it is. You ever been to a town like this? Like out in the middle of nowhere?
I'll say yes, only because the Philippines is basically this.
Oh, okay. Just a different,
Like where-
different
yeah.
climate. That water looks fucking incredible, by the way. Holy shit.
You know, you're a fucking nerd when you fucking, like, gas him out over fucking water effects.
I'm sorry, I was playing fucking, what do you call it?
What is happening to this boat?
What?
It's like strafing.
You got a problem with the boat strafe?
Very nice.
I didn't know boats could do
A really
this.
good one.
I think it's like ferries can
I was
like.
gonna say, I think explicitly because it is a ferry that it would be possible, but I don't know nearly enough about nauticals, so.
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Barry's a great character.
Hmm.
He's a horrible, stupid idiot, but he's a great character.
He's the agent, right?
Yeah, he's your agent.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's one point in the game where he becomes, like, my favorite character in the entire thing, but it's way towards the end,
There's a problem,
I
okay?
think.
Boat is still strafing.
Probably, like,
It's
halfway.
making me uncomfortable.
You know what it also might be?
Yeah.
There might be, like, a guiding line
No,
underneath.
he's going to be
Like,
gone.
it goes into, like, a,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
track, and then it reels itself in.
That makes
What
more
did I tell
sense.
you?
I mean, it'd be really hard to maintain something like that if it's underwater, but hey,
Alan, we're here.
like I said, I'm no nautical man.
Back to the car.
Nautical. Which one's our car?
This one.
Leave the ferry while it's still
Just
docking.
drive it into the water.
While it's still birthing.
Landlord, Mr. Carl Stuckey.
What else is
He's
this
waiting
called?
for us.
Birthing?
What?
When a
I'll
boat
fill
is
her up while you get the key.
docking,
I'll
is
pick
it
you
like
up here
when
in,
a
say,
boat is
15
at
minutes.
birth?
Sure.
Oh, that's right. You're not a nautical man.
Yeah. I'm sitting here with this, like, just dumbfounded expression. He's trying to piece this together like I got fucking answers.
You'll figure it out, dude. Honestly, though, you could have said anything and I would have fucking believed you.
The only thing I know about boats that's specifically weird and, like, a little bit out there for knowledge is that when the boat's leaning to one side or another, it's called
I'm
yawing.
looking for.
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake.
Huh.
Oh, God. I am your biggest fan. I know
Also,
these
apparently,
sounds,
there's a lot of
but I
influence
really
from
am.
Twin Peaks in this.
Glad to hear that.
Probably.
Rose.
I wouldn't know because I never watched Twin Peaks, nor am I interested,
Carl?
but apparently that's a thing.
Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back
Finger
in a moment.
rollers.
I can't
Oh, I was like,
believe
why?
it.
It's only been like 10 minutes.
I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
The cutout. Oh, why?
keep it here?
Okay, no, never mind. I was about to be like, what kind of weirdo keeps a cutout at and I was like,
So
like,
much for a quiet vacation.
world famous author, first and foremost. Secondly, small town where nothing happens. Thirdly, public place and they know he's coming. I'll let it go.
Rusty here.
Do they really know he's coming?
Yeah,
Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
that's why the
Yeah, that
standee
makes
was
two
up.
of us.
Or she just has the fucking.
She's got the gift.
Are you staying long?
She has a blog.
She has the gift.
I'm having a conversation.
She's got the
I was gonna say she's got a lady boner for Alan Wake.
Well,
but,
that's
you know,
true, too.
The gift.
The
Fuck
gift
it,
of
I'm-
lady boners.
Fuck, I'm using that now.
The town if you want. I get off
How are you gonna use this exactly?
Huh?
How are you gonna use
Okay,
the
there's
gift?
a subreddit called Myron. Like it's,
Okay,
it's
you're
girls admiring other guys.
Okay.
So now whenever I see someone in public that's doing that shit, I'll just look at her and be like, "You got the gift," or like Like, if we're hanging out, you're like, dude, she got the gift.
Oh, jeez.
It'll be great.
Go turn on the jukebox for that old man.
Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
Where's the kick the jukebox option?
Where's the lean back, hit it with your fist, and go A button? Conveniently not
I
the
know
A
Alan
button.
Wake was voiced by Henry Winkler.
Don't think I won't murder you in this.
You're lost.
Give it a
aren't
good solid whack! Use the jukebox! Wait, turn the camera so we can see what the hell's happening.
you? Can't.
Oh,
It won't let me.
that sucks.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been.
Percussive maintenance.
Wow.
What?
I got an achievement for that.
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Whoa. Spooky lady.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Find Carl Stuckey.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to
Fire
find
is
Stucky,
dark
to
as
get the key
fuck.
and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
I might have to gamma boost these videos.
Yeah.
Just maybe. Also, if I went into the back of a place and it was dark as shit like that, I just wouldn't go in.
Mr. Stucky?
I'd be like, I'm gonna wait in the front.
Weird, considering we're all nocturnal. Oh god.
Did you not notice her walk up?
No.
Or appear, rather.
Apparate?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled
I wouldn't... Why is he...
and to
Oh.
meet your wife.
He's treating this spooky ghost lady that he didn't see walk up,
Just as a random person.
wearing
there
a
it goes.
veil, like it's nothing. I would immediately be worried and freaked out and, like, fucking
Cauldron Lake is a
bolting out of
special
there.
place. Very inspiring.
Stucky's dead, isn't he?
This time, young man,
It's unclear at this
hurt
point.
yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
This is a safety hazard.
I was gonna say, you have to go the other way.
Safety hazard.
Can you go? No, you can't.
Fire hazard.
Leave the diner.
I'm not leaving the diner until they fix that issue.
Local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lawn.
I love diners like this.
I do too.
Mr. Wake.
Bye, Mr. Wake. I
Especially
wish I
when
could
they-
turn around and be like, bitch, I ain't leaving yet. I was just touching the door.
Just gonna touch the
Make
door.
sure there's no fire outside.
What are you doing?
It's a glass window. Bitch, I'm the world famous author.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah, he's just in the toilet having a, I guess, a stroke or something.
That diner was a real nut house.
The diner didn't give me the impression that it was a nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice.
I mean, it's just one of those things, I guess, but still.
Is he getting pressured by his wife to write this book?
We can
Yes,
talk about this later.
that's why they're out here. Because he hasn't written a book in so long.
I didn't want to
Okay.
talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
You hear Okami's getting an HD remake?
I was
Huh?
a successful writer,
Okami's
but
getting
that
an
was a
HD
long
remake.
time
Nice.
ago.
I saw the first trailer for the Shadow of the Colossus re-release on PS4. It's beautiful.
I bet.
That's our next LP, 2018.
Don't say that.
It's our next LP,
Oh, man.
2018.
That's gonna be so hard to play on camera.
What do you mean?
It'll be hard to narrate and, like, commentate on. Because there's so much nothing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful and incredibly enticing game, but oh my god, we'll have to be on our A game the whole time.
Be on our A game the whole time. Or just be a clip show.
Yeah, maybe. But then that takes away from the wonderment.
The wonderment.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
She's afraid of the dark.
I love that.
Alice had a
I
phobia.
love that she's super afraid of the dark.
I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
And yet you're staying in a cabin in the middle of a lake.
In the mountains where there are no lights.
Oh, hold on. Oh no, it's a generator.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out like where the power line is. With a single power line.
Yep. There it is. Open the lock.
Here we go.
Really?
That's a little
A
goofy.
quick time event?
To open the door. Not only was it a QuickTime event, it was you had to mash to get it.
Burn the batteries before
the sun even goes down.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why would anyone be here? You had to unlock the door. It's fine, I'm being too hypercritical. So, I don't know if you remember it. I know you do, but I don't know if you remember.
With a single power line.
I got a Valkyria Revolution.
Uh-huh. Did it get better or worse? Got worse.
Every time I think that game can step it up and go in the right direction, it goes in the wrong direction. Why did it take you like 3 tries to get this generator?
I'm not very bright.
Hey, that's a good one.
I didn't even mean to.
Are you sure?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I'll give you credit. That was actually a really, really good placement for that pun.
The island.
You examining a stump?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it's time for the sun to go down now.
Beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
You know what I'm gonna miss?
Hmm.
In like 10 years when practical effects just don't exist anymore.
When everything's CGI.
Everything will just be CG.
There are a lot of people who are purists about it.
Oh,
They're just
dude.
like,
If I was in filmmaking, I would be a purist to the fucking nth degree.
well, not even purist, because there are still some practical effects that really don't look well with CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Even no matter how far you take CGI,
Alice?
like,
Honey?
sometimes actually holding Mjolnir
Yeah.
will be better than a fucking CGI Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Is it your naked body?
Almost.
Ah.
Not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
It's a type... I'm leaving you!
Alice?
I don't know. I'd be pretty pumped if I got if I had a typewriter.
I thought maybe you could write.
Although I'd be very pissed at my wife if she was like, "Let's have a romantic getaway. By the way, do your job." I'd be like, "Okay, whoa." If you told me before, I would have understood. But because you're springing it on me while we were here, I have a problem with that. Whoa, did you see that? When the light went out?
What the fuck?
Don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
What the fuck was that?
What?
He like froze.
He did?
Yeah, he didn't even realize the power went out.
I needed some time alone to think.
Did you see what happened in the background?
Yeah, there was some dude there.
There was that lady in the veil.
Oh. Some dude.
Also, I don't care how mad you get. When it is the middle of the night, on a lake, in a place you don't know, if you're having a fight with your wife and she has a crippling phobia of the dark, don't just leave the house and the proximity thereof. Like, go into the living room. Go into the stand, like, have a water in the kitchen and cool off. Don't leave your wife so that fucking weird shadow ghosts can show up and fuck her up.
The shadow why? Oh god!
That actually, like, since I had no sound, that actually made me jump.
Alice? Alice?
Well, his wife got murdered.
It happens.
Okay, she actually dead? Do you know?
Oh no!
Did you see that?
What?
It was her in the lake.
Yeah. But, like, is this just some, like, psychosomatic bullshit?
Just play the game. It's a mystery. Do you honestly think I'm gonna tell you right away?
Man! I don't put effort into this.
This is your job. Now act like it.
I don't get paid.
I took you out for ramen.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had
What?
woken one nightmare.
It's like a 5-hour... That's like qualifies for like a 2-hour shift.
How I got there.
A 2-hour shift.
Which I did last week.
At this job or the other one?
This one.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to find
Also,
out
they YouTube's input a new thing for monetization of videos. Also, you're in a completely different place now.
Huh.
was a book. The creator's dilemma.
They did a new thing for monetization. If your channel has less than 10,000 lifetime views, you can't monetize. I'm at like 3.6, so no monetization yet anymore.
You just gotta optimize your YouTube channel.
I don't know how to do that. No, well, whatever.
A phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Alternatively,
don't walk off the cliff.
Damn.
Focus.
oh,
Get
No,
to the
I
gas station.
I could give a fuck.
What would you do in these circumstances?
Huh?
You go out with your sexy wife to a lake
Yeah.
with your moderately attractive your Star Trek-tive companion. She's an alien.
Hello? Is someone there?
With your
There's somebody there.
with your moderately attractive wife.
Spouse.
Yes, spouse.
Wife spouse.
And you have a fight, and then she disappears and you jump in a lake. Or hell, she disappears. What's your first course of action?
Find my wife.
Oh, okay.
I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer.
I love the idea of my creation has come to life and it fucking hates me.
Alright, let's just go ahead. Ba, 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 da, da, da.
Did I tell you about the fucking Wes Craven's new Nightmare movie?
Anybody there?
About Freddy Krueger?
No.
It's the fucking... I think it was the last Freddy Krueger movie to come out before they did Freddy vs. Jason. And started doing the remakes. And it was, the movie becomes a meta-narrative for itself and becomes self-aware.
The lights up ahead were a good sign.
So the movie starts, and it's the actress who played the daughter in the first Freddy Krueger movie.
Right.
And she is playing herself, the actress, going to a thing, and she's married to her, I'm assuming, real life, for real husband, who's a movie guy, and he's going to film a remake of Friday the 13th.
Hey, you!
Or not Friday the 13th, of, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I need help. Listen,
And she's like, okay, have a good one, have a good day. Although I did just have a really weird nightmare where you were filming the movie
hey,
and Freddy became real and killed you. And he's like, that's weird. Oh, hey, yeah, he's a shadow person.
Okay, so theory.
Sure.
This entire trip to Bright Falls is a fucking, like, figment of his imagination.
It's a theory. A game theory.
Get the fuck out of here.
Anyway, Wes Craven's new Nightmare. So, are you gonna pick up that manuscript page?
What?
You passed up a manuscript page. It's collectible.
Here it is.
Make sure you keep your eye out for that. What does it say? Whoa. What does it say?
I'm not gonna check it right now.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it would have told you that the logs were gonna come loose. Because that's what they're there for.
Huh.
I think. I don't really remember. I haven't played this since I first bought it when it came out. Anywho. God, this is such a fucking cool game.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, they're making the reference.
And Stucky would be knocking on the door with his
Hey, there it goes.
Yeah, oh!
Shining.
Ha! Awesome.
Gun. Flashlight.
Energizer battery. So like, the whole middle of the movie, I kind of lost because I think I might have fallen asleep. But throughout the movie, it becomes readily apparent that Freddy is manifesting and becoming real. Or that the actress is actually, like, slipping into the movie, and the movie is becoming her reality.
Yeah.
Because she goes back to the houses and stuff, like the actual Elm Street, where it was filmed. I remember what it is. It's her son gets kidnapped by Freddy.
Huh.
And he's like 6 or whatever.
What the fuck?
He's smashing up the trailer. He's got it. He's gonna grab it with a crane. See? Just swinging your shit around. You might want to get out right now. Well, he just threw it at.
Walk.
He just threw the trailer off the cliff. Did you just walk into a fucking down power line?
An electric fence.
No, it was a down power line.
There were more of them.
I'll tell you later, but long story short is the movie becomes real and real life becomes the movie. It's super cool and weird. You gotta learn. You gotta practice that dodge game.
My head pounded with the concussion.
Also, that pistol just feels really good.
And now I
Yeah.
just killed someone.
Like even just listening. Oh, did you remember that mechanic? Look at the logs on your left
If I was
with the
dreaming,
flashlight.
It felt real enough to make me
No,
sick.
behind you. There it is. You see it? The big yellow arrow.
Oh. Hey.
Go follow the arrows. Oh.
Was this a mechanic they showed me?
No. Although he may have brought it up while I was talking.
Hand-painted
On your
graffiti
left.
was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
You got a flare gun.
Grenade.
That's super cool to have early on. Look at the symbol, by the way, on the rock.
Exclamation point?
It's a torch.
Ah. Alright. New thing.
So keep your eyes peeled for yellow invisible paint. Not the other way around. That'd be crazy.
Invisible yellow paint.
Yeah. Also, what are the specific circumstances for this paint being visible? Does it have to be like by a flashlight, or does it have to be any source of light if it's sufficient, or does it have to be like
Direct light on it.
specifically Energizer brand energy light? Because in the middle of the day, people would probably be able to see that, all things considered.
Cool. Let's try not to die.
Checkpoint reached.
Hey.
That was super loud.
Very glad I wasn't wearing the headphones right then.
Yeah, holy shit.
I'm actually really sensitive to sounds today. What the?
That's not paint, that's leaves. You're stuck in a tree.
Been doing that a lot lately.
Help, I am stuck on the ceiling. I was gonna text you today, but I knew that you were at work and that you haven't had a day off, really.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna text you and just say, have you met Nick?
I would have responded.
I figured you probably would have, but I didn't want to be on the off chance of you being super, like, fidgety and pissed off because you haven't been able to get a day off work.
Right, where you just like, where I just respond with, fuck off, also lol.
Because that's the response I would have expected.
Eh.
Does this seem like an insanely weird, out-of-the-way path to you?
Kind of.
Like, he couldn't just go with... Ooh, manuscript page. He couldn't just go with, like...
Let's fucking read these.
Manuscript, page 2. Oh. Whoa, no, you're at chapter 6. Go back to chapter 1. Attacked by shadowy murderer. Wake fights taken... taken with... Oh, wait, what? Fights a taken with... Oh, okay. The name of the thing is... Okay. These are the pages that I found, and it's carried over.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, don't look at those. It'll tell you everything.
What is the answer here?
This was a side path, and you're not supposed to go this way.
What is the answer? Jump off the waterfall.
Follow
End
the
my
logs.
misery.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
What?
No, there. Whoa! Oh! On your right.
It won't let me.
I'll go back. On your right. Turn around. On your left. Logs. You looked straight at them like 3 times, and I was like, yes, and then you turn away and just swing the camera the complete opposite direction. Like, my instructions mean nothing if you won't stand still.
Hard swing. To the right. Take it back now, y'all.
Let's turn back. There was a thing on your left. Go back. Next to that. Pick up those specifically lithium batteries and revolver ammo. Thanks, Energizer.
Are Energizer lithium? I think they're Duracell.
I don't care. I'm using off-brand batteries in the controller you're holding, so I'm not obligated to give a shit.
No, motherfucker.
There you go. Also, a very valid point was brought up when Best Friends did a video on this. And that's Energizer probably wouldn't be very happy if you managed to put the spin on their batteries die in only a few minutes if you do a focus beam out of a flashlight, and you'll need to have like 18 of them to get through like a 20-minute period.
I also don't like
Oh,
sorry. I don't like how they explain. Do they explain the focus beam? Because you can't do that with normal flashlights.
It depends on what type you get, but it is totally a thing.
What's this?
Yes, it's this stuff. Keep going. See? But they don't specifically cover it in this, but it's just light hurts the shadow people, so obviously the whole thing is going to be use your light and focus beam, because they do that in they did that in Slender the Arrival as well.
Yeah.
Where if you do a focus beam, it blinds the little kid in the second, third level. What does that say?
Taken. They're taken.
Taking a filled with darkness.
Oh.
Thanks.
Is there a way in here? Should you just try shooting?
Oh! Can I push it?
Try checking around the left side.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fucking like wide open door.
It's another torch symbol. More batteries. Holy shit.
13 batteries.
For now.
To get through the evening.
Yep. Brought to you by Energizer. I mean...
non-specific energy brand.
No, yeah, it was Energizer. I couldn't remember which one it was for a second, because all batteries are pretty much the same to me. There's no brand loyalty
Races
here.
towards batteries? Batter-racism?
I'm pretty sure it's actually the opposite of that. Alright, I think you might officially be kind of lost.
I'm not lost. Taken in the sights. Taken in the sights. Episode title.
Way up some other way.
I'm gonna jump it.
I went back and changed that really offensive episode title, by the way, in Bloodborne.
The one with Koss?
No.
Which one?
It was a joke about wheelchairs. And I was like, I slept on it, and then I slept on it again for another day, and I was like, I gotta change it. Like, someone's gonna go back and see that and get really pissed off.
No, that's not the line I need to follow.
It's that one.
Oh, okay. Which one?
The one that's you're standing in front of.
Give me a second. Ammo.
I was about to question who the fuck would keep a bunch of bullets in a emergency box. But you know what? It's the American Northwest, where deer and fucking bears and shit can come and get you, and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Revolver's not gonna do much.
No, but it makes you feel better.
Someone's here. A lot of someone's.
3 guys in front of you. I love the theming of this game as well. Oh!
What the f...
Yeah, they can throw shit at you. Time to channel your Resident Evil 4. God, that revolver sounds fucking good. If this gets too dicey for you, you can use that, what do you call it? That flare gun.
You!
Good shot. That's the thing in this that I absolutely adore. Being able to load the revolver part way and then stop and shoot.
Right.
Because there are some games that it's just like, no, I'm gonna reload the entire thing. It's like, come on, man. Safe zone. Rudy's got the chalk.
Huh?
I used the word zone and it made me think about chalk zone, okay? Ooh, hey.
Okay.
That's the shotgun, with only 2 shots. You may want to switch off of it unless a specific boss character shows up. Like Mr. X from Resident Evil.
This is Stucky.
Or Stucky, which would be much more likely.
No, it's the Las Plagas virus.
That'd be cool.
No, it wouldn't.
Also, you'd have no chance. Like, let's be real. You would have no chance.
I have an old classmate who always complained when someone says Las Plagas.
I think you even mentioned it before.
Yeah, because it's only one.
Yep.
Singular. La Plaga.
That's all well and good. Here's my here's my fucks.
Here are my fucks per minute.
Yeah.
FPS fucks per second.
That's not bad. Also, I noticed whilst playing Valkyria Revolution that they didn't spend the time to give your guy a...
Parkour!
That they didn't spend the time to give your guy a wind up to his run animation.
He just fucking, like, kicks off.
So if you walk and then snap to a run, the animation also snaps into a run. There's no wind up. It's 2 states of animation with no frames in between.
Right.
It's really nasty
Parkour!
looking. What did you do?
Hardcore parkour.
Looks like you tried to hug the logs and got stonewalled.
Well, I guess we're doing this now.
All right.
This is the new boss.
This is the new Bloodborne boss. A small, like, 2-foot gap.
The insurmountable waist-high fence.
Oh, there you go. That's a great boss. Everybody loves that insurmountable waist-high
What
fence.
the fuck?
That looked a little awkward.
Like, I jumped, I thought I was gonna miss it, and then Alan just fucking, like, hikes himself up.
See how many, like, non-specific Midwestern American names that start with A we can fuck up and say instead of Alan. Before we started, I said Adam, and then...
I said Adam.
And then you said Adam.
I don't give a shit. Subtitles gonna go through anyway. Not reading the subtitles. Too tired.
Short recording session today.
Hey! That might not be a new manuscript page.
I sincerely doubt it, considering it's directly in the path.
Closer now. It's light welcoming in the darkness.
I like,
Also, this game fucking rules for someone who is terrified of the dark.
Is it?
Yeah.
How so?
Because it's the physical embodiment of the shit that, like, you feel like you're experiencing all the time. I would assume. I would assume there's a sort of relatability to it.
I guess. Revolver ammo. Checkpoint? Yep, checkpoint. Sprint through the dogs. I heard there were dogs here.
Can you hear dog noises, or are you just saying that? You're also going the complete wrong way. It's a thermos! Oh, hello. Don't shoot them until the shield is gone. There you go.
That makes more sense.
Thermos!
What does that do?
It's just a stupid collectible that literally does nothing, and you can ignore them and never go back to them ever.
Yeah. Which way am I going, then? Oh. Heal. Heal
Take
me,
a
like...
second and sit right there. What the fuck?
Sake.
Whoa. What does it say on the wall over there? Safe haven? Do you have to go that way?
No, this is a safe haven.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, is that the way you're supposed to go? Because I can't really tell.
There's a waypoint.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
It's so small in the corner that I don't... Oh!
I actually completely overlooked it. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, assholes.
Don't... Oh! You don't want to fire it off into...
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. Oh, hey. What does it say? Safe haven. So on your left.
Nope.
There you go. On your right? What is that? Somebody just fell next to you.
Oh!
Run. You're
I'm dead.
Alright, well, we're going to take that opportunity to stop this episode because we're probably a little bit over. So we're going to start up immediately after, but...
Tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Hey.
Taking a nap.
Of what's it called? Bright Falls?
Bright.
The Prince of
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness.